If you're serving customers in the European Union countries, then GDPR is something that we have to deal with as a business. In this video, I'm going to go over this product called ecomply.io, which is a task management tool to help you be compliant. So stay tuned for this. Hey everybody, this is David with Tech Smart Balls here with another video, and today I'm going to take a look at this company called ecomply.io, and their claim to fame is they help you with your GDPR compliance. So if you're not familiar with GDPR, it's something that affects everybody. One of these new policies related to data privacy for people, specifically in the European Union, but it's a global economy, so everybody works with people all over the world. I'm not going to get into the details of GDPR here. I just did a podcast. You can go out and listen to episode 76 of the podcast to learn all about how GDPR might affect you. But the short of it is there's some tools out there now that help you be compliant for it. And I'm going to actually take a look at this one today from ecomply.io. I've heard good things about it. And let's go ahead and get started and take a look just so you see the pricing model on this particular product. You'll kind of see here it's in euros here, so you'll have to translate that into US dollars if you're here in the US. But what I like about them is they give you, they're one of the only ones that I found that give you a 14-day free trial, which is really nice. And we're going to take advantage of that here and go into registration and set up this 14-day free trial. And you know I love it when no credit card is required. So let's go ahead. I'm going to fill this out, and I'll do Tech Smart Boss as my company. And I'll just say I'm the president. Let's pick a password here and put my email and agree to their terms. And let's register. All right. Now, this is my little remember password manager. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. All right. So now I've got to go and confirm my email, so stay tuned while I do that, and I'll be right. Okay, so I clicked on the link that they emailed me. They verified me, and it says here to start using eComply. So basically, the concept is there's all sorts of you pretty much have to understand what data you're collecting from everybody, your leads, your prospects, your customers, and then you've got to have a set of documentation that you've got to maintain to make sure you're compliant with that. And really probably you need to kind of understand what you need to do to be compliant, and that's the purpose of these tools. So let's walk through here. I'm not going to go through all their steps, but let's just take a look at how they propose to help you with this. And what I see right away is a to-do list, which is very nice. And this is going to take me through some steps here on how I can, at the end it says get my report, which sounds like a deliverable that I'm going to need. Let's actually click here on get started and see what it does. Welcome. Looks like there's a little, it's going to take me through, not necessarily a bot, but kind of like a wizard here. So it's telling me it's going to help me. All right. A lot of clicks here just to get to where I can start filling out some stuff. Okay, now let's get to work. Yes, let's do that. All right. So that was, does it apply? Well, I think it pretty much applies to everybody, but they are correct here. Do you offer products and services to EU residents? That's the key. One of the things you have to know is if you have a blog site, honestly, and you have people from Europe reading your blog site, if you're putting cookies on your website, then you're kind of this applies to you a little bit. But I'm gonna go ahead and say yes to this, so it applies to me. Let's become compliant. So you can kind of see the setup here. They're leading you through it. So set up a data protection management system. Now this sounds kind of complicated. Let's see how they're going to help me do this. It's going to tell me what that is. Let's go ahead and set it up. All right, here we go. So you'll see that they're going to lead you through things like putting your company name. I guess all this is toward building that report with your logo and your things like that. Fill out basic information about your company. So you can kind of see a template approach here. Let's just step through some of that. Yep, that's the one I just clicked on. Declare your data protection goals. Help me create data protection goals. That's what I'm going to need. So now let's take a look here. I can download a sample template or I can create my own. Let's get the template and see what these templates look like. I'm going to open this document up. Looks like they're going to give me a Microsoft Word template here, and I'm assuming that's going to give me all sorts of help. Let's click on my Word. Seems to be slow to open. There we go. It must be a pretty big template. All right, here we go. So what do I have here? Looks like a template I can fill out. Data protection goals. My company. So this is kind of some of the compliance stuff. Now, I guess there's two parts of this. Yeah, it's nice to have reports and be compliant. You got to make sure you actually do what you say you're going to do in these documents. So this is a pretty straightforward template there. Nothing really amazing on that. Let's go back to our to-do list here. See what else I got. Outline your departments. Okay. Uh, Declare your data protection officer. I guess you have to have one of those. You got to get a document signed and filed. So it definitely looks like a lot of legal types of things here that you've got to do. And this particular product is kind of taking you a step by step, not too complicated way of getting it all done. Let's see if we can actually see what this report looks like. I'm going to download it. All right, so I guess once you fill out all that information, it's going to give you this report here that's going to detail your controller, your data protection officer, and I guess anything else that you put into there. And let's see what this processing activity section is. I guess this is going to let you know that if you, as you go through that checklist, looks like some things are going to be marked as applicable to you, and then you can kind of take a look at how you're doing in terms of processing those applicable ideas there. There we go. Exchange of business cards. Wow. You got to protect the information you get from a European person on their business cards. Let's say it's applicable. Social media and marketing, that's applicable. Sponsorship marketing. That's even if you're mailing stuff to people, giving stuff at conferences, events, it looks like you've got to worry about some stuff there. So I'm just going to say applicable to a bunch of stuff. And now you'll see that those things pop up over here. Looks like I can say that I can start to map who's responsible and gives me information about the legal basis of what I've got to worry about and things like that. So pretty straightforward. I mean, not too complicated. I mean, I think if anything, just the fact that we have to worry about GDPR is a pain. But systems like this can help you be compliant. But I would encourage you to listen to my episode 76 of the podcast and get my bottom line on if you really should be worried about GDPR. But if you are worried about it and it does apply to you, then definitely a tool like ecomply.io is kind of like protection. Almost like a it's not cyber insurance for sure, but it's just another way to say you're compliant and you're meeting, you're listening, and if a customer requests information, then you've got the documents to back up that you are doing your due diligence on it. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you do like videos like this, then definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel and also check us out on Facebook. We're putting videos out there as well. And check out techsmartboss.com for some of the other things we're doing. Stay tuned for the next video.